Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope everybody's
Hey,
having an awesome week. All right, I'm going to pull this up. I know Ruth is pulling this up too. While we're doing that, guys, if you can drop in where you're joining us from, if you're joining us live, and give us a hashtag replay if you are watching the replay. And I know there's always a little bit of a delay. Wait for it. There we go. Perfect. Guys, if you can. All right. Here we go. Here, it's starting to connect now. Perfect. All right, guys. Well, again, if you're joining us live, go ahead and drop in where you're joining us from. And if you're watching the replay, give us a hashtag replay.
And let us know whether it's snowing where you are. We are having another winter storm here. It's crazy out there.
I saw people who live I saw some friends who are in North Carolina that they got snow. They're on the North Carolina coast. And I remember when we lived there, my kids would we were always on that cusp of whether we'd get snow or ice. And my kids were always like, please snow, please snow, please snow. So, but even here in Arizona, we have got a ton of snow this week. In fact, up in Flagstaff, they've had over 2 feet of snow. That's just 2 hours away from us. So
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I never picture Arizona as having snow.
Nobody does. But it's funny because my other daughter is in Bend, Oregon. They've had snow, but they've had 6 or 8 inches. And here in Arizona, where you would think no snow, they've had over 2 feet. So.
Oh my gosh.
So crazy. Oh, I'm seeing lots of people getting snow and some not.
No snow in Texas.
Oh my gosh. And guys, wherever you live, share in, if you are getting snow, share where you are. I'm just curious.
Oh my God, Stacy's in Jamaica. I bet you there's no snow there.
No, I love Jamaica. I have been there a few times and love it every time. So relaxing and just love it. All right.
So we have a really important training here. And I say it's important because it's the last piece of the 4-week series that we're doing. And yes, we will be back next week with a different topic, but we did a 4-week series on branding and creating real momentum in your network marketing team. And today is a piece that I would say was really the pivot point for us. When we implemented the system we're about to share, everything changed in our business. We started really seeing massive duplication on our teams, people on our teams rank advancing who had never rank advanced before, lots of excitement. So I'm excited to share this training today.
Yeah, and I just want to welcome a few people right before here. So we've got, oh my gosh, we've got a lot of people on. Let's see here. We've got Carla and Gayla and Jennifer and let's see, Carmen, Kimberly, Tana. Please, if I pronounce your name incorrectly, I apologize. Shelly, Bonnie, Stacy, Kim, Heather. Let's see here. Jennifer, we've got a few Jennifers on. Dan, Kyla, Andrea, Marnita. Oh my gosh, guys. If I missed you, I apologize. There are so many people on. We love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So we're going to dive in.
Absolutely. So I'm going to be the screen sharer again today. So just bear with me 1 minute here while I get this going. I just got off another presentation, so I hope I have the right slides up.
That would be funny.
Yeah. Okay, I do.
All right. Perfect. Well, guys, this is the 4th week of this 4-week series that we've been doing, right? Where we were talking with you guys about branding, about your avatar. We were talking about the types of posts that you can do. And I love that so many of you actually went ahead and posted in the group here your posts, just like we had asked you to do. But just seeing you guys on social media too, I've noticed a lot of people doing some different things. So we love it. You guys are taking some of these tips we're sharing with you and putting them to good use.
And I love that because when we do the action, that's when it really counts. It's okay to learn, but if you're not doing, then you don't get any further. So I was excited to see that too, Trish.
All right, so like we said, today we're going to talk about how to grow a massive team using groups. Hey, one other thing too, if you guys are new to this group, drop us a new, because I know this week alone we had well over 100 new people come to this group. So drop us a new if you are fairly new to this group or brand new to this group.
Okay, so guys, today we're going to talk about how to grow a massive team using groups.
So in case we haven't met, I'm Trisha, this is Ruth, and we have been in network marketing for a combined 25 plus years. So we have done it all, guys. We have built old school, new school, online, offline, you name it, we've done it. We now build entirely online using social media, and we love it. It has been a game changer. We are both double comma marketing coaches. We feel mentally and physically on fire. And what I mean by that is we are so excited about everything we're doing. We're always taking care of ourselves. We're always pretty active. We're always really just going nuts. I know our team is always like, oh my gosh, what do they have next? What do they have next? But we're so excited. We are both girl moms. In the past 3 years, we have coached well over 3,000 struggling network marketers. We are six-figure income earners, and we are passionate about helping people achieve their dreams.
And I just want to shout out to all the new people who are joining us. We've got Carmen and Andrea, Laura, Heather. Welcome, everyone. So this is for you. This training is for you. Number one, if you're evaluating your January 2021 month-end results, and they're just not what you had hoped for, right? We always start off that new year with these big goals and action plans. And if you're finding you're not any further ahead, then this is for you. If you feel like you had no solid business plan going into 2021, that's different from what you did in 2020 that didn't produce the results, then this training is absolutely for you. If you have big goals that you must reach, okay, not just like to reach, must reach, this is for you. And if you're willing to put in the work and you're coachable, like anything in life, we have to learn things and we have to implement them. So if that's you, then this training's for you.
And you may be thinking, because we get this a lot, oh, it must be easy for them to find prospects and recruit, right? And I know we've all been there.
Mm-hmm. And the truth is, it is easy.
So guys, we enjoy the same prospecting and recruiting advantage that your company leaders enjoy, right? We've got that know, like, and trust with people. We already, we're successful, so tons of credibility, but also that reputation of helping over 3,000 struggling entrepreneurs find their own success.
But here's the thing, we created this kind of prospecting and recruiting advantage long before we ever hit the top leadership ranks in our company.
In fact, our first few years in network marketing online literally did nothing for our credibility.
Nope.
What's that?
It sure didn't.
No, oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. In fact, our friends, family, and quality social media contacts did not join our businesses, right? They thought we were weird. They thought we were spammy. Many of them laughed at our choices and blocked us on social media, leaving us with people who really weren't committed to building a business to join our team. And it really was frustrating because we knew we had something great. We saw the vision, but we just weren't getting it out there in the right way.
Now let's turn back the clock for a minute. When we started network marketing, I started 12 years ago. Trish started over 20 years ago. We did have credibility. We were both CPAs. We were both respected in our professions. Trish was running her own successful accounting practice. I was running a mid-size high-tech company. So we had lots of credibility.
And in our first years when we got started, we were building primarily offline. And so, we made a list of our friends and family. That's where we did it. We approached everyone in our warm market. And then we started prospecting strangers in public, right? At the grocery store, in the mall, Home Depot, restaurants. It didn't matter where you went. We were prospecting people. We hosted both home meetings and hotel meetings. We did one-on-one coffee meetings, and we did hundreds of three-way calls. And I just remember literally spending Saturday hanging out in Starbucks appointment after appointment after appointment after appointment.
But unfortunately, collectively, we did okay. We made some money, but not nearly what we knew was possible. And that's what we were here for, what was possible.
Yeah. And even worse, guys, right? And maybe some of you can relate. So first of all, if you guys are relating to any of this, drop us a relate below. But together we spent a lot of what we made, right? Most of what we made on hotel rooms, conferences, flyers, catalogs, business cards, leads, auto ships. I mean, truly the list goes on and on and on of what we were spending all the money we were making on.
And by the end, we realized that what we were doing was just not working. I mean, it was working to some extent. We had some customers, we had a team going, but it wasn't the momentum that the industry had promised us that we so wanted for ourselves. We were spending a ton of time and a ton of money making only a little bit of money. So we totally quit the way traditional MLM was taught. The old school methods I stopped doing. I was never comfortable with it anyway, quite honestly.
No, me neither.
I stopped spamming social media. I was like a master spammer. Like I was posting pictures of my products and desperation posts about, I'm looking for 5 people to join my team. Stop doing all of that. You were a mall shark, Trish.
Oh my gosh. It was crazy. Like seriously, it was crazy. I would every morning get dressed up and head out to the mall, like every single day. And I wouldn't come home till I had 5 to 10 like names and phone numbers, because mind you, this was a long time ago. It was before social media. But even so, a few years ago, after we moved to Arizona, I went out and started doing the same thing. And immediately, like within a week, I'm like, that's it. I refuse to do this anymore. There's got to be a better way.
So we needed to work smarter, not harder. And we saw people on social media absolutely crushing it in network marketing. We looked at the way traditional businesses did marketing and what was required for team duplication, right? They're 2 very different things. And we looked at what the successful people were doing and what successful businesses were doing. We also knew we didn't have the skills to do all of that. We weren't marketers, we were CPAs. So we had to learn some skills. We got some mentors. You know, over time, I had a mindset coach. Trish had various different coaches and marketing mentors. And what we did was we put together what we learned about network marketing with what we had learned about internet marketing. And that's where the magic happened, because you have to put 2 together or it just doesn't work.
So true. And I just we have got a whole bunch of people saying they relate. And I'm laughing because Gayla says, I remember this. She goes, oh, me too. Gosh, I used to use the dialer. You remember the dialer?
The dialer. Oh my gosh.
Like, you know, I got to tell you, I don't know any profession where people like truly will just do anything more than network marketing.
No,
like,
totally.
We'll just do it. So guys, what we did is we started to leverage the place where people are, right? When you think about it today, because I remember thinking to myself, man, if people could literally just walk around with the sign saying, I'm interested, right? Like how much a pain would that avoid? How much objections would that avoid? But the thing is, you know, it would also be way more duplicatable, right? If you could get people to walk around like that, because your team wouldn't mind doing it if they knew that, oh, geez, someone's going to tell me they're interested. I'm just going to find them walking around. But unfortunately, that's not the case. However, when you've got Facebook Messenger, Instagram, all places where you can go and target market, and you've got billions of people, right? So like Facebook, 2.7 billion monthly active users. Like that's insane. You for sure can find 20 to 30 people, right? When you're looking at those numbers. Facebook Messenger, 1.3 billion people use Facebook Messenger each and every month. And over 1 billion monthly active users on Instagram. So we just knew this is the place to come to.
And now we want to share it with you, how to use a simple, duplicatable Facebook group system and team training system, which has actually allowed us to recruit over 1,000 new reps in under 8 months, have over 100 rank advancements on our team. And this piece is so important because when you think about it, that's duplication. When other people are winning, that's duplication. And that's where time freedom comes in. Have new reps who have never made a dime in the industry make car payments, make mortgage payments, pay off student debt within a couple of weeks of plugging into our system.
So guys, if this is sounding good to you, drop us a duplicate below. All right, drop us a duplicate. So here's what happened to Brittany, right? She's one of our team members. This was just in her first month, I believe. I don't have my glasses here, but she says, this week I paid my entire June car payment with monthly money that she made in her side hustle, right? She was blown away. She said, I've always seen the potential in a business model that creates residual income, but I've never experienced the type of success that I've had in the last 90 days before, right? So relevant skills, working smarter, it all works and creates duplication.
And here's another one. This is a more recent one. Guess what this is? This is our last payment on our enclave, but not just that, it's being paid off 2 years early. I have literally never been so excited to write a huge check, but this was worth it. All is possible because of a little side hustle. So this is Cheryl, and just amazing results because she got team duplication, right? Her team is duplicating and she is winning.
And I just want to add to one thing with Cheryl is she's been in this industry, and this year following what we teach, she was able to triple the amount that she's ever made in network marketing in just that 1 year. So excited for her.
And Laura says here, yes, duplicate. I need an income. I love what I do, but need money. And that's the interesting thing about network marketing, Laura, is we all love this industry because it delivers so much to us. Amazing products, amazing cultures in companies, right? Amazing friendships. But we have to be able to make money as well, or it's not really a business, right? So I totally get it. I remember feeling that way myself.
Absolutely. So you may be building traditionally, right? Making a list of friends and family, attending coffee meetings, hosting home parties, attending hotel meetings, and prospecting strangers, right? And it might be a little bit different today because everything that's going on in the world. However, you may still be doing these things. Your friends and family don't want to hear it anymore, right? They see you coming and they like pretend they don't see you or turn their head or run away. Very few people bought our products and no one wants to join. Ever had that happen to you, right? And you may be spending way too much time away from home for a home business. Like that's the thing. If we have a home business, we would like to actually work it from home. And maybe you're feeling like prospecting strangers is totally weird. I get it. I think it is weird, right? It just is. It works, but it's weird, right? So guys, if that is you at all, drop us a 1.
And Daniela says, I've only been doing it a little over a month. Love my company, but feel lost. And Daniela, I think there's a lot of people in exactly the same boat. You're not alone, right? Because sometimes social media and duplication and network marketing when you're new can feel overwhelming because there's a lot of moving parts. So I'm glad you're on this presentation. And with what we're going to share about our group system, I think it's going to really help you. So you may also be building on social media. So if you're not doing it traditionally, you might be building on social media. So maybe you're posting pictures of your products either on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, and you're hoping someone will buy. Newsflash, that's spam, right? People are not on social media, scrolling through social media to buy products. Generally, they just scroll right on by, right? They're there to be educated, entertained, get relevant information that helps them with problems. Maybe you're asking people, I used to do this. This was my desperation post at the end of the week. If I hadn't recruited someone, I would post, I'm looking for 5 go-getters to join my team this week. I only have 5 spots left to coach people. And you know how much response I got? A big goose egg. None. Maybe you're friending strangers you don't know so you can have prospects on your friends list to spam some more. That doesn't work either. Or maybe you're just tired of social media. Maybe you've been doing all of these things for so long, posting and praying and not getting results.
And likely you're like this. You want to know, when will this ever work, right? Like, you're putting in so much time, so much effort, and you want to know, when will this work? So guys, if this is you, drop us a when below. And I'm seeing some things here real quickly too.
Yeah, there's some comments here.
Yeah. I just got started in network marketing. I'm willing to learn and earn together. Currently finding it difficult to recruit. I feel like I'm not doing the right things. It's very common, and there's a lot of reasons for that sometimes. So let's, we can always chat after this too, but stay tuned. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here.
So in each of these 3 strategies, guys, you may find yourself without quality prospects, or perhaps even with no prospects at all. And you're making little to no money, perhaps even going in the hole, right? You're no closer to financial freedom than when you started, and you're no closer to time freedom, because all of your spare time is consumed with prospecting, and prospecting the wrong people. So you're getting tons of no's. You're not getting a lot of yeses. And the yeses you get, I experienced it myself years ago. They would go missing in action like within the first month of joining my team. And I was constantly infilling with wrong people who would disappear. So you're basically nowhere close to quitting your JOB. And that was my goal. I wanted to quit my JOB. I was done.
And we've got someone on from Scotland. I just wanted to announce.
Oh, wow.
Welcome, Sharon from Scotland. But guys, for those of you who are already making 6 figures, congratulations, because you are one of the few. I mean, honestly, that puts you in less than the top 1% of network marketers. So congratulations, because we know how hard it is to get there.
But I got to tell you, here's the thing about making 6 figures. If you're doing it the old school way, or you're a spammer, or you're sending cold messages and all of that, and you aren't attracting the right prospects, you likely have very little free time because you're not getting duplication. You're still likely recruiting constantly to backfill all the people who are leaving your organization or who aren't doing the work. In addition to recruiting, you're likely spending hours training your team and traveling to meet them, and traveling to open new markets. The demand for your time becomes out of control. And we experienced that back before we had a duplication system. Demand for time, it was like working 18-hour days trying to stay on top of the team and answer questions and train and recruit and deal with issues. It was out of control. And the promise of time freedom and financial freedom still isn't there. So 6-figure income earners, if they don't have systems in place, they are working their tail off.
Yeah. So guys, how would it be different if you had something to offer the right people that attracted them to you, right? Think about this. How would it be different if you had a group to plug them into where they received value and didn't feel sold to, right? How would it be different if they started to see you and your team members as a valuable resource to help them solve their biggest problem, right? When you've got people actually reaching out to you versus you needing to reach out to them, right? And how would it feel if they were thankful that you connected with them and shared with them the valuable content? And how would it feel if you had a way to create influence fast instead of slow? Because going it alone online, yeah, I'm not sure what that's supposed to say. but think about this, guys. If you could do this fast instead of slow, because we know fast is easy and slow is hard, right? And if you've got a way that you can speed it up so that you don't feel like you are alone online doing the wrong things, if you could actually feel like you were doing the right things.
And what if, just what if you had a highly duplicatable group funnel system that your team could plug into easily? So easily is key, because in anything that duplicates, it has to be easy.
Yeah. So what we're going to share with you guys today is the 3-group funnel system, right? If you are ready for this, drop us a group below. All right. Drop us a group, because this is the exact system that we've used in our network marketing team to create the results that we outlined to you guys, right? Results. And the groups are a simple way to set up a duplicatable, low-tech funnel system. We say funnel because what we're doing is we're going to show you how we move people through the system. But you can set this up for your team. And here's what's really awesome. It's low-tech and it's free, right? There's nothing that costs anything to set this funnel up. But we need to caution you. It's simple, but it does take a lot of work to set it up. And we're going to share that with you.
Yeah. So who's willing to put a little bit of work into their business to get a duplication system set up? Hit some of those hearts, guys, those heart emojis, if you're willing to roll up your sleeves and put in a little bit of work for your business. So here's the thing. The truth is 95% of your team, they really just want something easy to plug into. But because you're on this, we know you're a leader and you're willing to put in the work to create this for your team. Your team, they don't want to create their own funnels or opt-ins, right? They don't have time. They want something that's easy, that works. If they do, they aren't easy to convert. So creating funnels and different opt-ins and free offers, they can be challenging for people. It can have some technical pieces. You have to be a good copywriter. Like, there's a lot of moving parts to creating a funnel that converts. They don't want to run their own ads, right? Many people don't have an ad budget or an ad budget big enough to get them results. So, you need something where people can plug into. It's not going to cost them in terms of advertising, and they can start seeing results almost immediately.
So your job as a leader, right? If you're a leader in your business, is to set up a system for you so that you can have massive success, right? Once you put this together, you want to teach your new team members how to use that system so that they too can have success. Because I can share with you guys, if you're the only one having success, then first of all, you don't really have a successful organization, right? You need to be having success that duplicates within your team. If you're the only one winning, nobody's going to want to stick around, right? So if the rest of your team is not winning, you're never going to be able to hit the top ranks, because you need to be able to bring a team of people with you. That's the only way you're going to get to the top ranks of your company, is if you can bring the team members with you. And the other thing is you're never going to make it to the top ranks unless your team knows what to do, right? Most people, when Ruth and I are coaching, what we find is most people feel that they, one, have a lack of leads, right? They feel like they've run out of people to talk to, but they also feel that they don't have the right training. They don't know what to do. Those are two of the biggest things that we hear all the time when talking with team members or with potential team members or other struggling network marketers out in the industry.
And I think back, Trish, to sort of November, December of 2020, when both you and I hit top ranks in our company. The only way we got there was by having our team members hit top ranks. You can't do it alone. You can get us to a certain place in your organization in terms of rank, but without having other people doing the same thing with you, it's impossible to get to the top. So, did you want to say something, Trish?
No, go ahead.
So I heard you take a big breath, but I can't see you because I have the slides up. So 3 simple steps to creating your group system. We see so many people trying to create groups that end up flopping because they get no engagement, no growth, and eventually they get abandoned. And hit some of those heart emojis, guys, those love hearts, if you've ever tried to create a group that just didn't go anywhere. I know I did in the past, right? I
Tons
think
of
we
them.
all have. So,
I just went back to some of them too, interestingly, just to see who is in there. And half the people in there were my friends and family because I didn't know how to do a group.
so the 3 steps are setting up your group, creating energy and excitement in your group, and inviting prospects the right way into your group.
So step 1 we're going to talk about, guys, is the group setup. All right. So there are 3 types of groups that you're going to need. And there could be more, but 3 types specifically we're going to talk about today. One is that prospecting group for recruiting entrepreneurs, right? Because you're going to need to be able to recruit entrepreneurs, but you're going to want to give them a safe place to be able to see some of what you have. You're going to have a team group that's for your new team members, right? As people are joining your team, you're going to have a special group for them where you can be delivering content to them, events to them, rank advancements, like where you're doing a lot of your celebrating, right? And then you've got a prospecting group for your potential new customers. Because the thing is, you're going to have when you go back to our first week's training, when we talked about that avatar, your avatar for your products is going to be different than your avatar for your business, right? There'll be 2 different avatars. So you need 2 prospecting groups that speak 2 different languages.
So guys, if you're new here and you missed the other 3 parts of our branding training, you can always go back into the unit section because they're recorded and they're housed in that section. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about a funnel, okay, on Facebook using groups. So this is where we want to take people from the cold market and turn them into red hot leads ready to join your team. So basically, the top part of the funnel is called awareness and interest. So awareness is basically where we're putting content out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse now, right? You're creating interest in what you're doing in messenger conversations. So now you've got someone from the cold market who doesn't know you and they've seen some of your content. And now you're bringing it to a messenger conversation. So you're warming them up. It's not such a cold lead anymore. The next thing is you want to invite them into a group for consideration and intent, meaning it's a place where they can evaluate whether your opportunity is right for them or your products are right for them. And when they get in the group, the cool thing is there's excitement in the group, right? Remember the excitement piece? When they see that excitement from your team or your other customers, they get excited too. And then the last piece is following up and learning how to close a sale, close a customer, recruit a new rep, bring a new agent in on your team. And at that point, we move that person to the team group, okay? Or, sometimes we have a VIP customer group just for customers.
And Whitney says, this is so different than the funnel that I was introduced to when I first got into network marketing. And she says, this one makes so much more sense. I agree, Whitney, totally agree. So I want to tell you a little bit more about these groups and the differences between them, right? So the difference between a prospecting group and a team group. A prospecting group is a group where you're going to be adding value. You're going to be giving people a safe place to evaluate whether they want to join your team or purchase your products, right? So we've got examples. We've got 3 different ones here, with our team that we have. A team group is a group for the people who have already said yes to your business opportunity, right? They're there for team trainings, recognition, announcements, what's going on. Really just the excitement is what that team group is for, and to allow you to have the information needed to actually build a business. All right. So these groups, though, guys, just to paint, it sounds simple, but I want you to know they're a lot of work to get going in the beginning, right? A lot of work because you have to create momentum and energy in them, so that you may want to start with just one at a time. And that's what we did, right? We also suggest giving other team members roles within the group so that it doesn't all rest on one person, you. And that's the crazy thing about all this too. I remember when we got started, I mean, Ruth and I would go live, we would do some things in our group, and it would just be us, right? There was nobody there. We had to fill that group with people. We had to fill the group with the right people so that we could get the momentum and the energy and everything that we needed in that group.
Step 2 is creating the excitement and the energy, right? Have you guys, drop me a 1 in the comments if you've ever gone in a group and nobody's engaging, nobody's doing anything. It's just the poor person running the group is posting with no engagement, no interaction. That's not the kind of group you want. You want a group with excitement, engagement, people who show up, people who are excited to see your content, right? So the best way to do it, and as Trish mentioned, when we started our groups, it was just me and Trish. So we had to be really exciting between the two of us. Because as you bring on team members, get them involved, right? Announce the group system on your team calls, in your trainings. Get people excited to use it. Have a mission to share it with your teams. It's got to be bigger than just selling some products, okay? This alone, by getting your team involved and participating and being part of this growth, it's going to get them excited. It's going to bind your team together so that they don't go missing in action, right? Secondly, promote, promote, promote. Promote your group on social media. You can do it organically. You can do it in stories. You can do it in posts. You can do it in lives, and make it sound like people are missing out on something if they don't join your group. So you got to create some FOMO, fear of missing out, right? And then people will be reaching out. How do I get in this group? Where do I find it? And that's how you're going to populate your group. Share results of your system, your group system, with your team. So let's say someone from your team recruits someone new using the group system. Let everyone else on your team know. Share the excitement so that they get excited about using the system as well.
Absolutely. And I see Heather has a question here I wanted to answer. It says, as your team grows, do you then start having your downline create their own groups or VIP groups? So Heather, yes and no. The thing is you don't really need to, unless you just totally want to break off from your team. Because the thing is, the bigger you can make these groups, the more excitement that you can get in these groups, the more people that are interacting in these groups are going to make them better converters for your team. So I don't recommend it because it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy. And if you've already got a group that's working, use that group. As far as the VIP groups, you can, but honestly, I think having a team VIP group would be better than breaking off and having your own. Again, that's just extra work that you have to do. Whereas if you are sharing it as a team, you've got that third party, because we put, obviously in our groups, we do testimonials, right? We do testimonials from customers. We do testimonials from, team members or people who use our system, and allow those third parties to help you get more sales instead of you being the one trying to get people to have those sales. So hopefully that helps. So step 3, the invitation. All right. So now that you're all set up, it's time to fill your group with quality prospects, right? So I'm just going to repeat that one. Quality prospects, because it's easy to get people into a group, but you want to have the right people in the group so that you're going to have engagement and interaction, right? So teach people how to invite through social media posts, right? Like we give our team some done for you posts. We've got some posting series that they can use that are going to help invite people in. So give your team these social media posts that they can share and help them do this. Teach people how to directly invite through Messenger, right? So give your team social media scripts to help them with the words, because most times people just don't know what to say, especially when they're brand new. And I remember back years ago when I first started building on social media, and I'm one of those doers. I've got to go out and just try it. And the company I was with, they didn't have a system in place. It was our team that was really creating the system. And I remember doing something, and all of a sudden I had like 20 or 30 people respond. I'm like, oh, it worked. well, now what do I do? Right? So the good thing is here, we provide scripts to our team. So when somebody does make a post and somebody responds, they actually know what to respond with. And teach your people how to invite through live video. So again, you can do this on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but learn how to invite through video and then direct people to the groups for a deeper dive into the topic. So give your team Facebook Live content ideas to help direct toward the group for deep dive info. And then ATM your prospects and bring them to a call. And when we say ATM, that means add, tag, message. We've done a whole training on that. But basically, it's using your groups to move those prospects again and get them on a call with you.
Absolutely. And Laura says, I'm building my own business. I have my own group, no team members. So Laura, we can circle back with you if you're not in network marketing and you have another kind of business. We'll circle back with you and give you some insights on that. So the team training portal is the next piece, right? Because it's one thing to plug people into a funnel system so that they can recruit and get customers. But if they don't know how to teach their team to do it in a simple way, then no duplication will happen. So that's where the team training portal comes in. And now that you've recruited new team members, you must train them in how to use the system, because that's where success and time freedom is going to come. So you need a team training portal to teach people, to plug them into a place where they can watch a training and actually execute on it. Remember, systems duplicate, people don't. If you are bringing in 1,000 new people, you can't train them one-on-one how to use a system. You need a training portal.
So now, guys, you may be thinking, this sounds like a lot of work to put together. And I want you, if you're thinking that, guys, just give us a work, right? Because here's the thing. It is a lot of work. I'm going to be 100% honest. Like Ruth and I we have been hashtagged truth, team truth, because we are good at just dropping the truth on people, because we're not going to sugarcoat it for you. It is hard. There's the setup, the excitement, the invites, the posts, the messenger scripts, the team training, the team buy-in, right? And then something we didn't even mention yet, the automation. So it's great. When you've got all this in place, it works beautifully. It really does, but it is a lot of work to put together.
Yeah, and I would say, Trish, we spent a good 8 months before we launched the system, kind of working out the kinks and getting the automation to work right, and the duplication to work before we really launched it. But even to this day, we make little tweaks to make it better and better. So it is work, but is it worth it? Is it worth the effort? 100%. Because
Absolutely.
we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't.
Nope, definitely not.
So here's the thing. It is a lot of work to put together and even more work to create momentum. You have to show up every single, you have to have a schedule where you show up, where people know when to expect you. You have to create the excitement. And there were days that Trish and I weren't very exciting in the beginning.
No, we weren't. But that's because Rob was pushing us so hard. Everything was a priority, remember?
Totally.
But guys, when we talk about was it worth it, here are just some of the results we got, right? Here are, not only did Ruth and I hit top leadership ranks in our company, but look at all the people who also just won. These are so many people on our team. And I got to tell you, these are just a handful. We couldn't put them all in here because there's so many. But I can tell you, these people are so grateful, right? Because finally they're winning. Finally, they're making money. Finally, they're starting to see results and get what network marketing was promised to them. And it's starting to be delivered. And we couldn't be more excited because honestly, there's nothing better than seeing your team win. I mean, the rank advancement yourself, yeah, it's great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm happy, so happy, right? But I'm much more happy at the fact that we have a whole team that's winning.
Absolutely. So you may be asking yourself, can I create this myself? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can. I mean, Trish and I did. We created this duplication system ourselves, and it can be done.
But so think about this, guys. Maybe you're feeling stuck, right? So I'm going to read off a few things. If any of these relate to you, drop us a stuck, okay? Maybe you're working outdated strategies that once worked well online but don't work anymore, right? So think about this. If you're with a leader who's teaching you what got her or him to the top, 4 or 5 years ago, likely they're teaching you outdated strategies and you're noticing they're not working for you, right? Maybe you're feeling stuck, you're doing traditional strategies where it's lots of work and doesn't work well these days, right? Like it works, but there were never great statistics on it. And now they're even, the ratios of conversion are even lower than they used to be, right? Maybe you're feeling stuck because of overwhelming technology. Like you're on Facebook and you're wanting to know, oh my gosh, like funnels, autoresponsers, Facebook ads, large advertising spend, email lists, right? There's all these things and you're like, I don't know what to do, right? It's complete overwhelm. And I get it because we were there before too, right? And then on social media, you don't even know where to start, right? I'm like, should I be on YouTube? Should I be on Instagram? Should I be Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Clubhouse? Like, where should you be? And should I pick one? Should I pick 10? Like, what should I do? It's so confusing on where to start on each platform. And it's totally different for marketing, right? And so it just makes it hard because you feel like you really aren't ever getting anywhere because you're not being consistent with any one thing, because you're literally, I like to use this example. It's like a pinball machine, right? And when that little ball comes down and you're hitting the paddles, and obviously when you do that, it goes up and it hits one thing. Well, it doesn't go up and hit one and come back. It goes up and hits one, then just like ding, 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 ding. That's what it seems to be like on social media these days for people. Like they try to look up one thing and the next thing you know, they're down this rabbit hole and you don't know what to do. So if this is you at all, guys, drop us a stuck. And I'm already seeing a lot of stucks here.
I'm seeing a lot of stucks. And you know what, Trish, I love that analogy because that's how I used to feel. Mm-hmm. I would get on social media and I'd go, okay, I'm going to try Facebook. And then it wouldn't work, right? And then I'd be hopping over. I'm going to do a YouTube video. I'm going to go over on Instagram. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And nothing ever stuck because I was like that little ball in the pinball machine. So great analogy there.
Thanks.
So now ask yourself this. I want you to be honest with yourself. You don't have to post it in the comments, but be honest with yourself. Where are you currently at in your business now? Like right now, where are you currently at?
And ask yourself this. Again, you can answer if you want, but you can keep this to yourself. Are you making the money you set out to make when you first joined network marketing, right? Are you making that money?
And a little point on this, and I hear this a lot from people who reach out to get our help or join our team. And I ask, how much money do you want to be making in your business? And they don't have an answer, right? So are you making the money you set out to make? Did you have a target for what you wanted to make when you set out in this business? Or did you just want to get some customers and really didn't understand what you wanted out of it? So get clear, okay? You got to get clear with your goals.
And in a perfect world, if we had a magic wand, what is your business doing for your life, right? 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, right? Think about this. If you could have it the way you wanted it, where would it be 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now?
So are you traveling? Are you staying home more with your kids? Have you repaid all your debt and you can sleep better at night?
Are you trip to Disney?
Mm-hmm. So where are you? What is your business doing for your life? Sometimes when we just talk in terms of dollars and cents, it doesn't feel real. But when we say, what are those dollars and cents going to do for my life? That's where we can really start to commit to our businesses, commit to doing the work.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it to you to have the life you just dreamed of, right? Drop this in the comments to us, guys. 1 being not important at all, 10 being it's a must. Not like I want or I need, like it is a must, right?
Completely non-negotiable. That was me.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, here's the tricky part, okay? For those of you out there who have issues with deserving money, I want you to put that aside. How much money on a monthly basis do you need to be making in your business to achieve that lifestyle, to achieve that dream, to achieve that being a stay-at-home mom and not having to work, to achieve that repaying all your debt so you can enjoy life and not feel stress? How much money on a monthly basis do you need to have that life that you just dreamed of?
And guys, I just want to say, when you're thinking of that amount, don't be cutting your dream short, right? It's truly what would you need, right? Put that in there. And then be 100% honest with yourself, right? 100% honest. How big is the gap between the money you are making today from your business and the money you are going to be required to have the life that you dream of, right? What is that gap? How big is it? And again, don't sell yourself short. Don't be like, oh, I don't really need that. I'll be okay if I don't have that. No, guys, this is your dream, your life. You can design it. And be honest. What is that gap?
I want you guys to know that network marketing is not a logical business because of duplication, right? When you can get duplication happening, logic is put aside and the results that can be created are incredible. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself on your dreams. So here's the thing. Now that you've identified the gap based on where you are today and where you really want to be in your life, you have to know that if you keep doing the same thing that you've always done, and if it's not working for you, you're going to get the same results. Now, you have to ask yourself, am I okay with that? Am I okay with that? And sometimes, we've coached a lot of people in mindset stuff. We keep doing the same thing over and over again because it's familiar. It's comfortable. It's easy to do. Posting pictures of my product is easy to do. It makes me feel like I'm doing my business, but it's not getting you further. Are you okay with that?
And another way to think of it, guys, like seriously, if in 12 months, right, 12 months from now, 1 year from now, if you are sitting in the same exact spot as you are today, are you okay with that, right? And then think about, where were you last year compared to this year? Have you advanced at all? Are you in that same spot? Because it's likely you've got to make some changes in order to get to where you want to go.
So guys, if you're serious and not just curious about living the life you just dreamed of, then this is for you. This is for you. Creating a duplication system is for you. Learning the skills is for you. Changing the way you might be doing things now to something totally different is likely for you.
So guys, be a trailblazer and ahead of the curve, right? Today, we are presenting to you an opportunity to be ahead of the curve in an industry that is positioned perfectly for the trends that are happening over the next 5 to 10 years. And, oh yeah, sorry, go ahead. So I just, there's a lot happening in this industry, but there's a couple things that are in place with that. It's not only being set up in the industry, it's making sure you're also with the right company, the right community, the right people who've got the right systems.
Absolutely. I love what Jordan says here. Let's put the proverbial mud tires on, turn the truck on 4x4 and rev it up till you're flying. I love it. So we have a system, guys, and this is the same system our team uses and the team training we give to our team. It's our duplication system, and we call it the Social Networking Professionals P3 training system. And it's about becoming a professional at what you do, right? If you really want that dream life you just thought of, you have to become a professional. So number one, launching your business online, how to warm up and prime your audience, including done-for-you posts and a complete training on our format for live videos that sell. Okay. How to launch your business on social media, including how to use Messenger and stories to attract the perfect prospects, how to take your prospects through the free funnel of groups, and how to launch an online party or spa party to sell more products.
And then the professional two, so P2, growing your business online and engaging with your prospects, right? Now that you've started attracting the people and you've launched, you need to know how to create your personal brand on social media. You need to define your perfect prospect, why narrowing your niche is so important. You need to learn how to speak to your prospects' perfect language with your posts so that they emotionally connect with you, right? So when they're reading your post, they're going, oh, wow, me too, right? They're speaking to me. How to use your social media real estate to set up a simple free funnel that drives traffic where you want it to go.
And lastly, P3 is scaling your business. Okay. Scaling means creating duplication. It means really taking your business to the next level. And in P3, we help you with a branded funnel around your own personal brand to build authority, email automation, autoresponders, becoming an expert at closing the sale. That's such an important skill in network marketing that most leaders don't talk about because they think it's going to scare people away. Learning how to become an expert closer, becoming a professional presenter, showing up with confidence in your business, team leadership skills and training.
So guys, drop us a P3 if all of that sounds good to you, right? So here are just some more results that we've gotten with our team through this P3 system. So we have Carla here in 6 months has rank advanced 3 times and earned her first free trip. Right? We're so excited. And she just said, this team has taken me from feeling stuck and at a dead end in my business to creating unlimited possibilities, right? So that she just totally took this and ran. Whitney, in 5 months, she has rank advanced twice and earned her first free trip, right? She was with another company for almost 2 years and didn't even get close to these results, right? It's opened up her eyes, and now she's got some of her own things. Like the skill set that she has developed is just insane. Same with Carla as well. And then we've got Cheryl in 6 months has rank advanced 3 times and earned her first free trip. And she says, for the first time, I actually have leadership and mentorship in my business that has made me think bigger. This has allowed me to recruit more people in my business and achieve things I never thought were possible, right? Raising that bar.
And here's a few more. In 8 months, Molly has rank advanced 5 times and is building a massive team. She's a servant leader and had been in the industry a long time with little to no results. In the middle, you see Angela. In 3 months, she rank advanced 4 times. Again, she's a 25-year industry network marketer. Never saw results like that before because she implemented a system. And here on the right, we have Lisa. In 8 months, she rank advanced 5 times to a leadership level. She's a servant leader and again, had been in the industry before with little to no results until she implemented a system. Systems are key, guys.
So guys, what if you had our help or it was already done for you, right? Like, how would that be for you? And you can just drop us a yes if that sounds amazing to you.
So if you're serious and not just curious about implementing a system like this for your team, drop an I'm in the comments below. And one of us will get back to you, or we have someone who will get back to you with our calendar link. And we'd be happy to have a 15-minute strategy call with you to see if our system and what we have to offer is right for you. And you can get it for free, basically by joining our team, or we have other ways of offering it to people who maybe you love your company and you're not ready to leave. We have some other options there as well.
Yeah, so guys, if at all, right, I want you guys to hop on a call with us. If you're thinking, 1, you either want this, or 2, you maybe want to make a change, right, and want to join our team. Either one, drop an I'm in, And I will be putting our calendar links in the comments here, and we will reach out to you. We'll set up a quick call and we'll figure out what's the best for you. Okay.
And if you're shy about putting in I'm in, just send us a message in Messenger. And that's totally cool as well. We'd be happy to spend 15 minutes to see if a system like this is really going to help you build your business to where you want to build it. So looking forward to meeting some of you, and hope you got some good value from our funnel system, our group system today. And it really opened your eyes to a different way of doing network marketing.
Yeah. So guys, if you got value out of today's training, please drop us a value below. We so appreciate all of you being on here today. And if you have a friend or a team member or someone who you think this could also benefit, and they're not in this group already, please invite them to the group. Let them see today's training, because we really are passionate about helping as many people succeed as possible.
Absolutely. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. We will be back again next week. And we have a real treat for you next week. We're going to be talking a little bit about what platforms are really hot right now on social media and where you need to be seen.
All right, guys, have an awesome week, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.